Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. About 24 hours ago, we completed the first of a series of 3 races at the series of races we're doing at Tokyo 600. That race was in what we thought was the same Viper that was actually in the race, but it wasn't. So we're actually going to try another one that actually isn't in the race either. This one is the Viper GTS 02, and it is quite a trickster. I was quite surprised how well the first one drove, but this has got an engine, the SR1 Viper. It's on Hartsports tyres, and it's got around about 651 brake horsepower at PP of 599.95. Fully customizable suspension. As we all know, every time I do this, everything default, nothing changed. Fully customizable diff, everything default, nothing changed. Downforce. Now, we struggled to tune this one, but 32 front, 220 on the rear. So with that, front splitter, side skirts, no rear valance, full wing on the back, the high one with 20 end plates, and we've got wide wheels. So when you go to the wheels section, they're the default, but they're wide fitting. They move the tyres out. ECU, fully customizable at 100. No restrictions at all on this bad boy. Fully customizable manual gearbox at 330. No turbocharger or supercharger, just a racing air cleaner, silence and exhaust manifold. Racing slotted disc, racing brake pads. Brake controller. Where should we put that? All the way to the front, one thinks. Then we've got the racing clutch and flywheel. And then we've got every single mod except for the titanium conrods, pistons. And we've got increased body rigidity. So, fully naturally aspirated, non-turbo, Dodge Viper, all American muscle. How do you think it's going to do? Do you think it's going to be better than the last one? As good as the last one? Or worse than the last one? My. Here we go, we arrive in Tokyo. Settings will be assists, traction control 1, default ABS. We are going to have ASM on and counter steer assistance on strong. My wheel settings. Force feedback 5, max force feedback sensitivity 6. Let's just dive straight in. I'm anxious to find out just how quick she goes. Now, this beast sounds like it's got it all. There's no turbo, and it is just thraping through. We're coming out of the ridge, 6th gear at 179 mile an hour, 6,000 RPM, and we're going to brake early, brake just after this puddle. And she approaches the corner really fast. The phrase I used with the last car, all American muscle. This is all American muscle and more. Just got to keep this thing in the corner. We're going to hold off for the first couple of laps just so we can get that clean race bonus. Just keeping Mr. Cookerman in check, but he's gone wide. We'll slide up the inside. Thank you, sir. We've got Mr. Suswillow as well. Just stay on the brakes all the way around there. When she wants to go, she does slide. Second gear just to keep it in. Now somebody asked me how I got the Viper to turn corners. Well, you use the brakes to make these cars turn. They turn very well when you've got brake pressure on. So for example, this corner, I'm braking all the way into the corner. I let off the brakes and it's still not turning, but hey ho. It's more about downforce as well, and this car has got nothing at the front. I I was probably just a little bit too quick on entry to that hairpin. But where are we? Just 3 seconds behind Mr. Gallo. And we're going to hit 200 and something mile an hour, one would estimate. 195 coming out of the tunnel. 197 at the top of the hill. 200. 204. 204 at the end of the straight on this lap. Absolute train. Opening lap was a 2:24. That's the fastest lap I've been in a car since the GTR, I would say. Since the Alpine A110. And these are all road cards we're using here, or supposedly. We are on Mr. Gallo's 6, and he knows we're here. Let off the throttle and she came round. So that's us into first place before the end of the second lap. Fuel is looking good. 5 laps of fuel as we come to the end of lap 2. So we're going to go all the way to the end of lap 6. .7 seconds. Mr. Gallo's fastest lap is going to be smashed away, one expects. We expect this to be down in the 2:12s. It's a 2:10 on the second lap. That is phenomenal for an aging old, I won't call it a tank, that's unfair. This is a missile, absolute missile. 202, 203, 204. Going to brake just a fraction later. Maybe a bit aggressive on the gear braking, but so a 2:10 4:11. That's some 14 seconds quicker than the outlap. Is this going to be a 2:09 capable car? Front tyres are looking as good as the backs. See if we can get this car to demonstrate its turning. I think we did alright on the last one, but I was focused on getting past Mr. Gallo that time. We're 0.6 up in our possible chance of a 2:09 very early in the race. So we're going to brake long and we're going to stay on the brakes all the way around the corner. There we go. Got a bit of power on to get the back end to finish off the corner. 0.2 up, so we might not hit a 2:09 just yet. Not forgetting this boy has no turbo, so it's still exceedingly quick. 2:10.090, so close to a 2:09. That'll be this lap, I'm pretty sure. 5 seconds ahead of Mr. Gallo, who leads Hizal over Suswillow, Cookabun in 5th, Fraga 6th, Beauvoir in 7th, Blazen in 8th. I feel we locked the rears up just a touch then under braking as we came through that puddle. Hope everybody's enjoying this series. We're doing a series inside a series at the moment, and if you're earning money, you'll know I'm somewhere near the 24 million now, having started somewhere around 10 or 12, and I'm not racking the cash up, and I'm not overly grinding. I'm just running the races and upgrading, and I'm still making money. There's credits in my bank balance, which is what we need when we're going to try and buy the legend cars or the rest of the cars. I need to buy one of the legend cars, need to buy the Jaguar. I bought it once and sold it to buy other cars to achieve other trophies. We wall rode then, that was naughty. We actually slid right down the barrier. She's starting to just slide about a bit. She doesn't look like she's going to need tyres to complete the race, just fuel. 9 seconds ahead. .2, 1.02, so 1.1, not 1.03. So this could be a 208 if we're any good. And there it is, a 208.951. We skipped the 209s. How quick is this bad boy? No turbo, no nothing, no supercharger. If you could get a supercharger on it, oh mate, it would be, I think it would be a handful. Wonder what it's like coming out that corner in third rather than going down to second. Always thinking about how to come out of the corners quicker. She slid through there absolutely beautifully. The last Viper didn't need new tyres. We're still up on time as well. The last Viper just sailed through on the same set. ASM working very well with this car. 15 seconds ahead. Can't get it to turn this time. Just a smidgen down, but that's because we couldn't get it to come round the last corner. But we're still building a lead. Gallo expected to go to the pits this time round. A 208.870, so improving that fastest lap, probably faster than any other car in the race now. It's an absolute stunner to drive. Gallo goes to the pits as we break the 16-second lap for the lead. Try and use some of that low down torque. Oh, she's quicker. She felt good. 29 seconds in the lead. I think we'll take tyres. Purple sector. I definitely think we'll take tyres. Well, this series is about enjoying how to grind, enjoying how to make the cash in the game, build your collection as you go, and make a collection of really drivable cars. If there was ever to be a series of 600 pp races and you could take your whatever car you wanted, you've got a huge range if you've got this far and done all these cars with me as we've gone. I know there's a few of you doing it, so I applaud you for keeping up with us, and the feedback I get on the forums through the channel, it's brilliant. Thank you very much. A second up, and I haven't got enough fuel to do another lap, so that would make this a 207 car. Absolutely stunning. We're going to take tyres and fuel. We're going to take to the pit now, some 34 seconds in the lead. Here we go. We're going to take the hards and we're going to fuel up. So Cookabun second, Hizal third, Suswillow fourth, Blazen fifth, Fraga up to sixth, Grady in seventh, and Beauvoir eighth. The fuel's going in. We're going to take at 6.2. We took it at 6.1, but should be good. And we are significantly in the lead. Cookabun's still coming. We are 4.5 seconds in the lead. I can't see his headlights in my mirror. I'm going to brake around about the 200, I would think. He's just at 3 seconds behind us. No timed lap on this out pit. On this out lap, you don't get a time, as we know. We're just going to get around this as quick as we can. We'll take the shine off the new tyres, get them up to temperature, and then really attack from lap 8 onwards. We'll take it all the way to the line, trying to set fastest lap after fastest lap. Now, not forgetting, we've got a full tank of fuel on now, so we will have had the lightest load of fuel that we had since last time, so there's an opportunity, I'd say, around about lap 10 and 11 to actually put the power down. Now, the car broke very funny then. The brakes bottomed out, but that's all to do with my brake pedal, nothing to do with this car. So up to 6.2 seconds ahead of Cookabun. We're expecting the field to take the pits this lap round, and Fraga will come back to the front of the chasing pack. There she goes. She turned round again nicely this time. We'll get her fast heading to the line. So Fraga's down in 5th, up into 3rd as he comes down to that hairpin bend. He's taking people. Cookabun is currently 7 seconds back. We come through the line at 185 miles an hour. Now I wonder how this stacks up against the GTR. I'm going to try and do that race against the AI with all of my cars from the garage. Going to see what it's going to do with cars from the garage on a similar PP. If I set the PP limits to like 595 low, 600 high, see which cars it puts in, and hopefully we'll get an absolute stunning bunch of these 600 pp cars for a little mix-up of racing. We won't earn a massive amount of credits from it, I think, but it'd be a great little race. AI in cars that I've tuned, see how they drive them. bumped on the wall there, but try and get the wheels as straight as possible. Somebody else has asked me if I'll do a video on Lego Majora where I can explain about tyre wear and how I seemingly seem to make tyres last forever when others are struggling. So I'm going to attempt to do that one day this weekend, maybe. That might be a Sunday night video. So we're up on time on lap 8. So this could be another fastest lap in the 208s. It'll be good if we can, because then we're going to start to set some times. 25 seconds ahead of Gallo. There we go, a 208.825, just slightly faster by 0.45 or 0.55, sorry. No, I was right first time. The maths is where I struggle at while I'm racing. Here we go, braking down then whilst the car is fully in the chevrons. Using the low down grunt available with this big V8 monster. Somebody's going to correct me and say, actually mate, it's a V10, but I don't know if it is. I think this one's an 8. I'm not big up on my American muscle cars. I do know it's blooming fast and it's a nice drive as well. If you do have requests for certain cars, please do make them below. Currently I'll prioritise anything that is supported by Super Thanks, but I'll also do any car that is a road car that fits in with this. If your request is something slightly different and I haven't done it already, I'll get it on the list and we'll prioritise it accordingly. Don't forget, Super Thanks will get you priority to the top of the list. If you want to. No promises though, if you don't do it. However, back to the race. We are 29 seconds ahead, coming to the end of lap 9. I don't think this feels like a potential fastest lap. We'll have to see how she drifts around that final corner. Oh, we're up again. This will be a 208.5. That's just simple maths, taking one from the other. 30 seconds in the lead. I expect Gallo to go to the pits for his second stop. And Solis is up to third place. What an absolutely stunning drive by Mr. Solis. A 208.5, there it is. But will Solis go to the pits as well? Is he riding high because he's out of sequence on his pits? We'll find out in 30 seconds. We are a solid chunk ahead. We've got plenty of fuel left. Getting her to turning in third, just using second to allow the braking. There goes Gallo. Mr. Solis continues, it looks like. Mr. Cookabun has just overtaken him. And Gallo still in the pits, so Solis riding high in the 4C. There's another car that I want to use. She's getting a bit feisty with the power down. "45 seconds in the lead. Are we going to catch Mr. Gentry, our teammate for the day? But he is in a different Viper, so, and you all know that what Viper's coming next, because it will be another Viper. Brake on the 200 just after. We're on lap 10. She's cornering really well now. We're just down half a second. It wasn't as fluid in the first half as we anticipated. She was just fighting us under the tunnel. Plenty of fuel. 48 seconds in the lead. Cookabun leads out Solis. Gallo in 4th. Yamanaka 5th. Fraga 6th. Hizal 7th. Suswillow in 8th. Everything seems a little bit topsy-turvy this time round. We're on lap 11. 2 laps to go. 2 laps of fuel as we tip 205 mile an hour as we go down the straight. Too much torque in 3rd gear. She loves it though. I'm not disappointed. It's already demonstrated that it's an absolute smashing car. Solis has gone to the pits, so he was out of sequence, along with Yamanaka, who's also taken to a refuel stop. Or is it just tyres? No, they're taking fuel as well. We've gone a bit wide. Oh dear. Yeah, that was the difference. We didn't brake wholly enough. It was good that we took those tyres. Those rears are looking a bit shot. It's drying out this second half of the race and there tends to be a bit more wear. Let's see if we can catch Mr. Gentry before the end of this next lap. "52 seconds ahead of Mr. Cookabun. The last lap since the pit stops, all in the 2:08s. 1.3 laps of fuel remaining with 1 lap to go. There's Mr. Gentry in front of us. We can see him exiting the tunnel. Being able to lap cars is an indicator of a stunningly quick car. Just be aware that 3rd gear brought around some unnecessary sliding manoeuvres. There she goes, try and keep the wheels as straight as possible. Mr. Gentry's going to hear us coming. Just gave him a teeny tap to get him out of the way. He didn't know we were there. He couldn't hear us over his engine note, let alone ours. Oh, we've just slid wide there. We've managed to recover that. There she is, 3/4 of a second down, but we were waiting on Mr. Gentry going through the tunnel. I think there's an opportunity for a second car to lap here. I just did see Mr. Conomus, I think. There he is. I don't know if we're going to get him before the line. It would be dead good if we can. It'd just be another feather in the brow of the cap for this guy, for this car. We're going deep. It's sometimes quicker to go deeper. You get a straighter exit. Much slower on this final lap, but a certain demonstration of an excellent car. I can't knock it, and I urge you girls to get this in your stable, give it a try, and it'll become one of your favourites, I'm sure. Here we go through the line, a sub at 27. I didn't actually catch the time, but I saw a sub 27. Exceptionally quick, well worth every penny. So there it is, a 26.39. So it's sub 27. It was able to lap cars. Mr. Cookabun finished in 2nd, Gallo 3rd. Mr. Solis coming in 12th there, looking good at the end. And there's Mr. Gentry at the bottom in the SRT 10 Coupe 06, which will be the next car, folks. And there you have it, one to try, fastest lap of 208.552, but there was more in this, a better driver could get more out of it. So thank you very much, folks. Shall we see where we're at? 550, we didn't get the clean race. Now I thought we'd done enough to start with. Disappointing. And that's the interesting thing about this challenge, this race, you don't always get the clean race bonus, and you get 3-star tickets. Can't complain. Happy days, folks. All the best. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.